Hello, and thank you for watching. My name is Rachel Barnett with Gentle Frog. I'm here to create videos for you to help you understand QuickBooks slightly better than you currently do. If you have any comments, questions, or suggestions, please put them in the chat box. Thank you.
In this video, I'm going to show you how to use Practice Protect to review activity. So I'm going to show you what it looks like from the user side and from the admin side. I want you to imagine that you're using this to get a sense of what your team is doing. Now, I'm not going to show you what Megan is doing. I'm going to show you what I'm doing. I don't mind showing you my activity. I don't feel like asking Megan if it's okay that I put her stuff on YouTube. So right now, I'm logged into my Practice Protect portal. I'm in here in the user portal. This is where I would go to launch my applications. On the left-hand side of my screen, I can see my activity. So I can see what am I doing today, very little. Yesterday, here's some stuff I did when I did it. Here's the number of times that I've launched various applications. Here's my logins over the last 10 days. You get the idea. This map, let me just see if I can zoom it out. Okay, let me zoom it out further. So the map believes that I'm in Toronto. I'm not. I'm actually in Ottawa. This is not a reflection of Practice Protect. This is rather my internet service provider gets to decide where my dot shows up on the map. I don't know enough about how that works to know why it says Toronto, but Google Maps knows where I'm at. I don't actually care either. So good enough for me. If this said I was logging in on the West Coast, I might be a little bit alarmed and concerned. What I want to do now is take you out of the user portal and take you into the admin portal. So we'll put on our manager's hat and just see what our team is doing. Again, in this case, I'm going to show you me. I'm going to click on the 9 dots to the right of the user portal, but in the upper left of the screen. So I click on the 9 dots and I change it to the admin portal. And I'm like, yeah, admin portal. So I get this. Megan doesn't get it. She doesn't get cool admin privileges because I'm mean. Okay, so now we can see both of the dots. This is my dot, the one in Toronto. This is Megan's dot, the one not in Toronto. So there's 2 denied logins. We apparently both failed to log in at some point. On the left, here are all the different things that you can see and do. What I want to show you is just activity. I think this is interesting and could be useful depending on what's going on in your firm. So I'm going to go core services. I'll go to users. And then I'll be like, ooh, the user Rachel. Yes, the user Rachel. So I'm going to click on my name. Here's my information. If I wanted to change my password or lock myself out, I could do that here. What I want to do is go to the second option on the left-hand side for the word activity. And now I can see my activity. These are all the things that I have done and when I've done them. So 8:20, 1 o'clock, I've launched Track 1099. It happened from this IP address. So my activity says, hey, you've launched Track 1099. You've launched QuickBooks Online. You've launched Gmail. You get the idea. You can see all the things that I'm doing and you can see where those things are taking place. As I scroll down, you can see the history of the things I've done within this. I'm new to Practice Protect. I've just finished my onboarding. So when you look at this and you see there's not a whole lot of activity, it's because I'm still testing and experimenting and getting used to logging into it. But this could be really interesting and really helpful if you're wondering if your team member is working, perhaps they work 1 or 2 days a week, or if you have any questions or concerns about who's logging in as your team member. I definitely had a case at a previous job I worked at where we felt like a team member was maybe sharing their passwords with someone else because the IP address for where things were getting logged into was all across the world. So I know that my team is myself and Megan. I know we're both in Ontario, Canada. I know that when she travels, she doesn't work. I know when I travel where I'm at. So I can look at the history and just say, okay, yep, where was I? Was that me? Was it not me? These are all interesting and helpful things depending on what you're doing and what you need. When I was telling Megan about what it looks like from the admin side, I made a video for us and I showed her my stuff and I'm like, this is what I'm going to call the spying or stalking view. I can see what you're doing and I can see what I'm doing. And her response was like, not all the applications are in there. I'm actually working. And I'm like, well, I know, because I didn't put all the applications in there. So what it means is that when you're in the user portal, not all the things we do are going to show up here in these little squares. We're still testing and trying to decide if we like it. And I wasn't going to put every single password in here just in case we didn't like it. So if you have any interest at all in Practice Protect, if you're curious how it tracks your activity, how it tracks your team members' activity, how you can use it to identify who's working on what, that's the purpose of this video. To be clear, I don't track what Megan is doing. I'm still very new to Practice Protect. If you have any questions about the software, reach out to the company directly. My goal is just to show you how does it work so you can see a quick not salesy video. All right, thanks.